Play action. It's Luck. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a carry from Mack. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, 45 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, last week, the Houston Texans had a 9-game winning streak snapped at the hands of these Indianapolis Colts who are coming back out here on offense, CD. But you've got the Colts this week. They're now 7-6, and all of a sudden in striking distance of the playoffs.
They are in a battle for the 6th and final playoff spot. Remember, this team started 1-5 this year, and to be in this position, Andrew Luck has made it back, and he looks spectacular. But when he's really at his best, you know who he's throwing the ball to? T.Y. Hilton, who had 199 yards receiving in this game. So I can't wait to see how this finishes because their final 3, home against Dallas, a game I'll be at this week, and then home against the Giants, who have gotten progressively tougher, and then at Tennessee, and a playoff spot could be on the line in that game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Luck. Complete to Hilton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Football switches hands back to Pittsburgh, and speaking of the Steelers, that loss last week to Oakland did them no favors. A very surprising defeat, but they had a chance, if they had won that game, to put a little separation between them and Baltimore.
And we all expected that going in, didn't we? They were favored going to Oakland to win against a Raiders team that had won 2 games prior to that one. You knew Baltimore was going to have a struggle in Kansas City. We probably thought that they would lose, and they did in overtime. That would give them a much better cushion, but they didn't play that well. Roethlisberger hurt, came back late. James Conner doesn't play with the ankle injury. They've got to get right, though, because they've got the New England Patriots coming to town.
And then after New England, they go to New Orleans before finishing back home with Cincinnati. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, it's Lott. Run in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Graham, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well. 135 yards rushing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown from 19 yards away. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Wilkins. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of... First downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Now a first down throw. Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's got this down to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Stephon Tuitt able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's got Rodgers. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Mack on the toss, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
and he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Back to throw, Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Adam Vinatieri, he just keeps doing it. I mean, you look back to Week 8, past Morton Anderson becoming the NFL's all-time leading scorer. What a career it has been for him.
And not many kickers in the Hall of Fame, but Adam Vinatieri will join them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's just a matter of when. And I'm wondering if he's accumulated enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I would say so, because it's not just longevity that's gotten him this record. Think about the kicks that he's made. The kick against Oakland in the snow in the playoffs. How about the Super Bowl kick against the Rams when he's with the Patriots? How about with the Colts getting it done there and winning another Super Bowl? He's made so many big kicks that we can remember. He's one of those guys that I believe we should talk about being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Snickers, 66. Check 16.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there, punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Matt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there. Trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wrong.
Now Mack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Locke. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mexico!
Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let it roll, let it roll.
To throw on second down is Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And now and this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Luck. Ebron caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Back again. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Luck going to throw it. Caught left side by Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 40 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard. Maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Here we go.
A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 48 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This is Wilkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now Luck. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because